Alright, what's good, guys? How you feeling? Um, it's Alex. I'm back. Um, and I just thought it would be a good idea to give a word of advice of how to cultivate and board your ship for this new age, this new chapter in your life, and the collector's lives, and the sphere in which we're all spinning and dancing in. Um, the first thing is um, meditation. Like, if you're not meditating for at least 20 minutes every day, you have to start now, because it's going to be imperative that um, that you become more conscious of what it is that is coming inside of your field. And what do I mean by field? Um, I mean, in a simple scientific way. We'll go scientific, then metaphysical. Scientifically, I'm talking about your mind, your body, and your soul. So whatever you think about, whatever you eat, and whatever it is you engage with. So this is a form of entering into my field. Remember when I just say this. 1, 2, 3. Now repeat it back into your head. That is mental consumption. Now, soul is just food, eating food. Make sure it doesn't have to be healthy. I prefer it if, your body would prefer it if it was. And the more you do it, the more your body thanks you. And the more conscious you are, you're more able to pick up on when your body is thanking you. And yeah, make sure it's just something that you enjoy, something that sticks to your character. Now, a word of advice, just towards how to necessarily navigate within the technological era, because what I can say now is that technology is going to advance so far and so fast because of the inertia of the transient metaphase that the entire globe is going through right now. The best way to describe this is kind of just letting things pass by you and only allow the things that that inspire you to come into your field. A lot of us, especially Generation Z, I really worry about Generation Z. They have more potential than Generation X. I feel like my generation, Generation X, or millennials, have a sole responsibility to take care of Generation Z, because they will be the future minds. We are kind of the beginners. We've kind of seen how this operation system started. so therefore we'll know how to turn it off. So, Generation Z, this is my message to you. Just because it's stimulating to see so much content, to see so much shit all at once within small increments of time, small increments of touch, it doesn't mean it's all good. A lot of these people, especially majority of these people online, are here to manipulate you and to take your money for reasons that are far from selfless, more selfish than anything. And you can tell by the dialect, and you can tell just by your vibe, by your mind, body, soul. Does it caress the right triggers for you in terms of growth and productivity? If it's something that's just stimulating because it relaxes you in the moment, that can only be good to some certain extent. Now, what we're going to start noticing now is that our minds are going to, if you take upon this process of only collecting and receiving what it is that helps you and inspires you, I like to think of it as all the inspirations you had as a child. If you tackle those and actually try to achieve those, the more yourself will expand farther than just your body, but more so in the collective, like mine. And, oh yeah, don't forget, this is all about love. This is all about meeting that person for you. Nothing else matters. And it sounds silly. It sounds Disney. But Disney was a great mind. There's a reason why there's a Disney World and a Disneyland. He was a great mind. You can't get that mixed up. What was felt is that love is basically all that matters in this life. And the way to navigate through it is war. It's gonna be like a mental escape. And the only way through is if you realize it's just you. And your perception of what you are is far greater than you could ever expect. It's far greater than your personal self. It's actually everybody and everything and every experience that ever existed. And that's the best way I can describe it. And we have feelings and emotions that can't be described, like love. So therefore, it is personal experience within this matter. So to travel upon your own ship, your own body, your own cell, the way I've been doing it, within my bodyscape, and the way I've been able to attain the way I even look, because I know I'm good looking. The only way I've been able to do this is by disciplining myself to only be able to consume the things that in my heart of hearts is what it is that I want. And I'm not perfect at it. And that's another thing. Like, people are going to be at their own level. It doesn't make them good. It doesn't make them bad. It's just how they take it. There's a very thin line between the Joker and the Batman. The Joker and the Batman experienced the same day, but came out two different people. And that's how you have to tackle each situation in your life that comes to you. Life is like this big psychedelic trip. It never stops. Even in the most mundane, boring, sad, despair type, deadly feeling, and empty, lonely, lifeless it can feel. It's all part of like this big psychedelic trip where it's just trippy, baby. So, yeah, um, it's not going faster. And when you feel pressure, speed, inertia within your body and within your soul, the only thing that's happening is change within yourself. I experience this a lot where I feel floaty. I feel like I'm the only person in the universe. I feel like there is no point to life. You know, all of it's just a lie. You know, we're all just creating our own problems, our own whatever. But the extent of that, it's a pointless conversation to have that. And I just want to warn you because it will happen. You'll fall into like a nihilistic hole, and there is no end to that hole. It is true. But it circles back around basically. Um, and it just explodes into infinity. And that's what life is. It's just like this, it's a never ending trip. And like I said, just within this age, within everything that's happening, the best way to cultivate something amazing for yourself, amazing life, is to do it your own way. Carve your own path. You know, use your individuality as the anchor for your whole life. Stop worrying about people, other people. Like, bro, even in this video, there's gonna be people that are looking me directly in the eyes. There are gonna be people that only stared at my punching bag the entire fucking video. There are gonna be people that only looked at this pillow the entire video. There are people who are that only admired how I looked in this video. There are gonna be people that only, were questioning what the hell is around my neck. And there will be the ones on their path that will be listening to the words that I'm speaking. It's all perception, so stop listening to other people's opinions unless you value them and they are at a height in which that you want to attain, something that you admire. Don't just listen because it's the cool thing right now. Hot trends and shit, stop. The hype train ends as fast as it starts. Find something that's of your own so you can stick out, and it'll make the cultivation process through all these different sources of information, videos, texts, snaps, snippets, all this shit. It'll make it so much easier for you to make something of your own that lasts you a lifetime if it is something that you actually want, something that you actually admire, something that doesn't extort you for your time and attention, but also feeds it back. And make sure you give back to those that love you too. It's important. I find that it's an exciting time. It is. And, you know, the only downside is the intensity. There are a million different things that other people could be doing that could be triggering the things that are going on in your life, but you have to have the sovereignty and the strength to really seek it out for yourself, because if you're like anything like me, your whole life people have been telling you that you couldn't be shit, that you can't be shit, this is saturated, this is that, blue, blah, 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 blue, blah, blah. Keep your eye on the ball. Make your only competition the extension of how much you can push yourself, man. That's it. That's all there is to this shit. And never forget the ones that fuck you over. People like to say send love to those people, but I say just fuck them. Only send love that's reciprocated back to you. And make sure you kick ass and stay badass. Do cool ass shit. Be innovative. Make some new shit too. There's an infinite amount of things you can do in this world. And don't let anyone tell you can't, because you can. You fucking can. Shit, I'm tired of seeing the same shit. What you got? Alright. That's all I wanted to say. Remember, this is all about love and legacy. Make yours something worth fighting for. There are people that are not gonna like you. There are sides of you that are just gonna be relentless. But you have to keep striving towards what it is that you want to do in your life, because no one else is going to do it for you. And don't be afraid, because the universe has a funny way of making things all come together somehow. Just as long as you prepare. Preparation is 80% of the game. The extra 20% is improvise, or the wild card. It's my favorite part about life, the wild card. Alright. Take it easy. And all the things that come into your field, they are just suggestions. You choose whether or not how you want to react to them. You can ignore them, you can delegate them, you can do whatever the fuck you want. But that will not stop from the fact that things will come in that you will not like. People will try to press you the moment you step in the room. But as long as you have the conviction and the foresight to see it out for yourself, then you can do fucking anything in the world, really. So, fuck. Alright. Take it easy, y'all. I love you. Truly.